Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Cancel Us Bitches podcast. We're here with a brand new episode. We're here on episode number 3, and I have alongside with me my other co-host. Right to my right, we have none other than Miss Kathy. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I told you I'm just tired.
I know you're tired.
Life is life.
She really tried to be here tonight, and she came here tonight, and she was a soldier. She dressed as a soldier, like Beyonce. Freaking, I forget the name of the song.
You know what's so funny? You're a Beyonce fanatic, and you forgot. This is like
it's so. I just sent.
Soldier. I was not.
Oh my god. Yo, listen, if I had to pee, it would have gone.
It literally, I am clenching
She's
so bad.
Lowered and spit at me, like,
alright.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I was gonna let Beyonce
I was
down.
saying that I sent her a selfie with that exact outfit 2 days ago and said that it was giving me lesbian vibes.
For real?
Oh my
I sent you the selfie.
Oh my god,
The
you
camo
did.
pants and the black top.
Yes.
So then
And
it gave
she
you
said it
lesbian
gave.
vibes?
I said it gave me lesbian vibes,
it
and
didn't
she
do the
goes,
same
it
for me?
actually gave it gave you bad bitch vibes or whatever.
Yeah,
you said.
I
So,
like
yeah.
the outfit. It's very cute. I love it.
I love camo. So
Okay. I was gonna say, damn,
she's always calling me a
Yeah.
lesbian,
I do have
so I was
lesbian vibes.
like,
Anyway, enough of the
Sorry,
lesbianness.
sorry.
Over to my left, my other co-host, who is not a lesbian. May
I am not.
Not yet. Why did you say that?
Why did you repeat it?
Not ever. Clarify.
So
Not
she
ever.
is not
Oh,
ever
God.
lesbian. To my co-host to my
No.
left, it is none other than Amanda. How are you doing today?
I am lovely.
You're lovely.
Lovely.
Why are you so lovely?
Because I drank a whole black cherry seltzer and now I'm good.
Oh, bitch, you didn't drink it all yet.
She did.
Oh, wait, you did.
She did.
Where is it?
I'm trying to feel my way.
Most of it. There's like 3
Oh,
sips
okay.
left.
Well, I'm glad you're doing whatever you said. I forgot what you
good.
said.
Oh my
She's
god.
good.
I am great.
I'm doing amazing because I am not only, a future lawyer, but my pop career is popping
Oh
off.
my god, I have to pee and I don't
And
have time
I'm
for this
super.
entertainment.
I had to drop the mic.
I did the mic drop.
I did.
You sang Shattered and you were like,
Oh yeah, remember? Oh yeah, I have a new song coming out. It's called Shatter, by the way, too. So not only am I a future lawyer,
Oh my
a
God.
wrestler, I am also a podcaster who produces this podcast along with these hosts, and also I'm a pop star. By the way, can we talk about my pop career?
no.
I'm so excited.
I'm waiting. Can you give me a little preview?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
oh
Ready?
God.
Here we go. What am I gonna sing?
I'm a
Shattered.
Christina Aguilera.
That's
I know
a-
she's high. I
That's a
know.
little bit too much.
Okay, fine.
Let's see. Who do I want to sing? Britney Spears. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Don't make me laugh. Wait, now I have to think of lyrics.
Oh my God. I'm waiting
went
too, and I'm just
blank.
like,
Wait.
what's happening?
Lyrics. Wait, what are some lyrics from Britney Spears?
Maybe you need a drink.
Girl, we don't need. Well, I don't need a drink. Shit. I'm a slay. I sound better in my studio, which is just a microphone in front of my fucking computer.
Oh,
Here we go.
She
I was gonna be like, where's the studio?
She sounds better in Leroy's office too. I got a clip
Oh,
of
it's
her.
very-
Oh
She's
my
staring
God.
out the
Acoustics are great in
window
there now.
and she's singing to herself.
Aw.
Just like a video.
And she's like over here stalking me with a fucking video.
She took like
Happens every
mad
time.
clips of me because I'm a douchebag.
I'm a slay for you. I know. Wait, I forget the words. It's because I forget the words. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Wait.
Literally.
You won't break my soul. You won't. Stop! I can't sing when you're laughing at me. You're a horrible friend. This
sorry.
leads into a good one. Toxic friend. Bitch.
Toxic friendships. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
it's
toxic
fine.
friendships and different things that make you a toxic friend or make your friend toxic to you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So one of them is always being included. You don't necessarily always have to be included. If you have two best friends that are completely different personalities, one may like to go shopping all the time where the other one wants to hang out at home.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I constantly invite the one that hangs out at home to go shopping when I know they don't like it?
Because that's your best friend.
No.
No.
If you're both your best friends, if you have more than one best friend.
Which is fine.
And say the three of us, say she likes to go shopping all the time. I hate shopping. And she asks you to go shopping. You're not going to automatically be like, Amanda needs to come because Amanda's also my friend.
I would. I would invite you.
All the time.
Yeah.
You're never going to want to hang out with someone by yourself.
Well, no, I could.
Well, I think it's a bad example.
So, okay, right. I mean, my point...
But vice versa. If you were going out, and then it's not something Kathy likes to do, I would still invite her. It's the thought of the invitation.
Yes, to a point.
You as a friend have a duty to like respect your other friend as well.
Right, but sometimes like if we're not friends, and you two are friends and us two are friends, why should I have to hang out?
But that's
with
why
her?
I said it was a bad example.
Yeah.
I think.
So I guess my thing is like my best friend who lives in North Carolina. If she came here, I don't expect her to automatically be your guys' friends. I don't expect you guys to automatically like her because she's my best friend. Would I want her to be included and come here when you guys meet her? Hell yeah. Do I also want to just hang out with her sometimes because I've known her? Of course.
Right.
So to me, like, if someone has a problem with that, if she came here or she lived here and I was hanging out with you guys and she was offended that I'm hanging out with you guys and didn't invite her when you guys don't even really know each other, to me it's like that's a toxic sign because I shouldn't have to invite you.
Why is that toxic though?
If she's trying to ruin her and my friendship, like I'm not going to be your friend if you're going to keep doing that type of shit.
Well, if she's making you choose, that's a different story.
If she's making it a problem,
like why are you friends with them?
It's
like,
a constant situation, right? Where it's like, say her and I are hanging out all the time, but that one time I hang out with you guys, it's a problem.
She has something smart to say or something
passive aggressive or whatever the case may be. But then,
doesn't she have a right to her own emotions to feel like slighted?
I mean, if we're gonna get personal, like obviously I don't mind talking about it. Like I get that to a point. And if I saw my best friend constantly hanging out with someone else and I'm like, why aren't you ever inviting me or trying to hang out with me? Yes, then I will feel slighted. But if that friend's hanging out with me all the time,
and then she chooses one time.
Well, that's different.
I
get what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're saying. So if
you make time for each of your friends.
Yeah.
And it shows like actions speak louder than words. Mm-hmm. So if you have multiple friends, make it known that you have multiple friends. Don't make time for each of them. Not to the world. I don't give a fuck about announcing it to the world.
So I have Amanda, Kathy, Sue, Ashley. These are all my friends, guys.
Right.
Yeah,
that you
I don't mean
need
it that
to
way.
Behave.
And it's you all need to share me. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's just make it known. And like for me personally, with like a friendship, like I have two main friendships that are like sisters to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so to me, it's like, shut the fuck up.
We're local, though.
We're local sisters. Okay, we get it.
It's
anyway, is that toxic?
It's to the point where it's like one of those things where my best friend in North Carolina, I don't talk to her all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just because her communication is completely different than mine. Yeah. I'm going to text you every day, send you 100 memes. Where she's like, I'll look at my phone once a week.
Oh my God.
It's just, I understand that though. That's how she is.
That's
she understands how I
friendship.
am. Right. And the one that's here, like I've known her for the past like 12 years. I was technically related to her. So it's like one of those things where...
Oh, yeah, you are.
Right. So through marriage, we were sisters. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like it got comfortable to the point where, oh, that's my sister. You think nothing of it. I text her every day. Like, whatever. And then that's where, like, I would feel slighted because I'm like, you're forgetting that I'm here.
Right.
Because we're not actually hanging out or anything.
Mm. Oh, that's true.
So there's a fine line between being that friend that's like, hey, and I'm feeling slighted, compared to making it a fucking problem.
I think being the non-toxic
I don't think you're understanding
one,
what I'm saying.
No, I'm understanding what you're saying, but my issue with this whole toxic friendship thing is that if you're friends with someone, you're friends with someone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you should be able to express those feelings to your friend. So
that's where I was going to go next is, say I do express my feelings to them, but they
I feel
still
like this is
are
therapy.
not getting it.
Should be called work therapy. Anyway, continue.
Some people
Sorry.
just aren't going to understand it because they don't
Right.
agree with what you're saying.
Right.
So,
I guess so in a way, in that particular situation, I feel like it kind of runs toxic on both ends. Because if you're having a problem with your friend having a problem, and you're voicing that to them, but it's not getting through, then maybe that's just a friendship that's dying down. If you're constantly like, oh, she always wants to hang out with me and I don't want to hang out with her, then you need to think about yourself within and your friendship
and
with
because
them.
people are seasonal. I
Agree.
mean, no matter how long
I was
you've
about to
been
say,
friends,
you
they're
could be
seasonal.
friends for years and people change. Like honestly,
yeah.
it's
There's no link to
No.
to a friendship
No.
because technically, like,
and it can go
anything
either
can
way.
happen.
It can die down or it can grow.
Right.
or you can
Like, I
completely
didn't
cut
want
it
to see your
off.
face this week because you snapped.
What?
I didn't want to see you this week. I didn't want to see your face.
I don't want to see you either.
I know, that's my point. Like, so things
Here we go.
transition.
Why are we here?
No, listen, things transition so quickly, or you either get over it or you don't, and that's how friendships work. Like I said, they don't.
I think you have to give
If you're
people
an
grace.
actual have a friendship,
Yeah.
then that's different.
Yeah.
Compared, because like friends aren't always going to get along.
No.
You're not always going to see eye
God,
to
I
eye.
can't
There may
stand
be
half of my friends half the
disagreements.
time because I'm in a mood.
But everyone's
No.
personality is completely different.
Mhm.
But if you are literally dodging your
Ooh.
friends
Then they're not, then you
because
don't wanna
they're
be friends
causing
anymore.
problems with the fact that they always want to hang out with you and you're feeling some type of way, then you need to figure that out.
You do. That conversation needs
Not
to be
that
had.
you need to be figuring it out. You need to have a conversation
Yeah.
with
Well,
that
if you
friend.
already had that conversation,
well, then that's
if you've
toxic.
already pointed
then.
it out, then it's toxic
Then
on
it's
both
time to let
ends
go.
in its own
Yeah.
way because it's like just you got it's not being put straightforward. It has no way. It's like enough is enough, if that makes sense.
So here's my thing.
Are you saying you're sugarcoating it and not being
Right,
upfront?
like maybe the person's sugarcoating it
Okay.
and stating like, "Hey, enough's enough. I can have more than one friend,"
And they're not taking it seriously, maybe?
and they're either
other
that or
side.
maybe they think that their friendship is stronger than
And
the other
more important.
friendships, and that they think, "Oh, this is a phase. This is going to
Yeah.
die down."
But as
life
a
goes
friend,
on.
if I'm voicing to you that I don't feel like you're being a friend to me, right? And you're still sitting there and saying, "Oh no, I'm your friend. I'm your friend." Then you're gaslighting me, kind of saying, "Oh, I'm your friend," but you're not doing anything to prove that to me. So how is that like someone's fault?
It's not that they're not proving it. They are hanging out with the person. We keep going in circles with this because
Okay. So give me an example. Give me an example.
You can fake the
me, you, and
example.
Sarah,
Oh.
Who's Sarah?
my
Exactly.
best friend in
Okay.
North Carolina. That's the point. So I was like, a whole new friend.
Exactly.
Who
A
the
whole
fuck
new
is Sarah?
friend.
Okay.
Say she lives here.
Mhm.
I hang out with her like 3 days a week. I hang out with you like 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then
she gives
say,
me a day. No, I'm just talking.
no, okay, sure, but and then say,
Sure.
Sure, that you can have it.
whatever.
You want a Tuesday night?
I don't get a night to
I'm
myself,
Charlotte, so yeah, I'll come Tuesday.
literally.
Anyway,
And
continue.
say you want to go see the Barbie movie with me,
I would never.
but I really
continue.
want to see that actually.
Horrible.
But
Can we all go and see
It's
Barbie?
horrible.
Aw.
is
I
it?
don't like it.
I've heard both
I
sides.
can't.
I was gonna wear a pink dress today,
It
but I
just
was like,
doesn't.
no.
I feel like we all have ADHD. This is bad.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you want to go
Continue.
see Barbie, but I
Yeah.
already made plans with Sarah to go see Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
No, I'm getting you. I want to go see Barbie.
you want to go see
but
Barbie.
you
I already made plans with
Yeah.
Sarah to go see Barbie. I had a whole set planned where I was like, Sarah and I are gonna have great quality time. It's me and her. You find out that Sarah wants to go see Barbie with me, so you are like, why can't all of us go see Barbie?
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like becomes a toxic issue on both ends, because if I'm trying to dodge you to only go see Barbie with Sarah,
then you're the toxic friend, not me.
That's why I said toxic on both ends.
Why is she toxic,
I'm using a bad example.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like I'm using a bad example.
She's not the toxic one. You are
You're
dodging instead of being truthful, saying, hey, I want to go see it with Sarah. So, ultimately, you could go with Sarah and go with her, not to either one.
Yeah. You can just be lying to
That's true.
No.
Let me think of a different.
To satisfy everyone.
Okay, so this is what I think of when I think about a toxic friendship. So, say if someone is completely obsessed with their friend, right? And I mean obsessed to the point where it is nonstop calling, nonstop texting.
We're not in a relationship.
No, this is where I'm getting.
Yeah.
So nonstop calling, nonstop texting, nonstop trying to come up and see you, saying, oh my God, I'm in your area, let me come by. Oh my God, I'm near your job, let me come by. We're best friends, right? We do everything together. 5 years of a friendship, right? Boom. All of a sudden, one person says, oh my God, this is getting a little bit too much. I need to breathe, but I now have a relationship with a man that I really love. And then the friend gets jealous, right? That is what I feel is toxic, when the friend continuously tries to make themselves a priority before anyone else.
Yes.
Okay, now imagine that, but another friend and not a significant other.
Yeah, so that's
so
toxic.
The girl is being that crazy.
That's really what she was trying to say. She just did
it was a bad example.
I know really bad.
Okay.
She is that obsessed, so to speak, with her friend. So when her friend does hang out with another friend, it's like, how dare you not bring me along?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I am your best friend, not her.
First.
Because I came first. And that's not how it should be.
So we need to grow your vocabulary to the word obsessed. Because then that would have made it a lot more clearer.
A lot easier for her to understand.
Yeah.
I said I used a bad example.
Just like delusional makes me
Stop.
Oh my fucking God.
She won't let it go.
I will not let it go.
She said
I
that's stupid.
won't.
I know, it's terrible.
I will never let it go.
All right, well, let's not talk about how retarded I am, and let's move on.
We're not, but I think there's so many forms of being a toxic friend. I feel like...
What do you feel?
Well, I feel like it's hard on the person that's not toxic as well, because I feel like, I'll put myself in there. I've got multiple friends. To juggle them all is fucking exhausting, and it's almost like a chore, and you don't want it to feel that way, but it's like, okay, I got 5 minutes for this person, an hour for this person. That shit's horrible.
That's why I don't
want to friends. But it sucks though, because you're like, you prioritize them accordingly, and it's like, well, was that fair? Yeah. Or does this person have enough time and I'm not giving them enough time? It's really tiring.
I think that's like more
because they all want it.
Relatable,
they all want something.
Especially being an adult, like you're busy, so trying to like do all that, it can be hard. Cause some friends require more attention than others.
Absolutely.
So when you have a friend, like I'm a needy bitch, I'm not even gonna
I can't keep up with you two most of the time because I'm like they're sending me. I'm like I can't swipe. I can't keep up.
I guess when you're juggling like a lot of friends, it's different, and I don't foresee that as you being toxic.
No, that's not toxic.
If a friend gets pissed off about that, and it's like, oh my God,
it's happened.
X, Y, and Z, then that's more of the toxic aspect.
Yeah.
I guess like my biggest thing is when you have like usually like you can have 100 friends, but you have those couple that are your main ones.
You have
like your ride or die forever. That's like your sibling or whatever the case may be, and it can be difficult sometimes when you see them make time for that other friend, them whether it's go out of their way and buy a coffee for them and bring it to their job, or constantly going on a walk or whatever, and you're like, why don't you ever do that with me? I'm just,
but then you have to think about the fact that you say your friendship lasted 7 years, right? New people come into your life all the time.
Am I supposed to not invite them in?
Am I not supposed to give them a chance to show me that they're a friend too? So I think there's a fine line between toxic friendships, because I don't like that word toxic friendships, because I don't think you can have a toxic friendship. I think you can be
a toxic person. You can be a very toxic person towards your friendship. if you're a toxic person, you're a toxic person.
So all
but
the way
that's what I
around
was
with
explaining
everyone you
before
deal with.
this. I was like, toxic friendship and toxic relationship, whatever. Either way, there's toxic people. And like she was saying, like we each may have some type of toxic trait to somebody. Maybe what I find out is toxic out of somebody, someone else does not.
So you want to hear about a toxic friendship?
Yeah.
Let's talk about friends who really try and persuade someone to do drugs, right?
Oh, that's
and then all of a sudden
shitty.
your friend is hooked on drugs. You and them are literally drug fiends, cocaine, snorting it in clubs every fucking night for 2 years straight. Your bones are showing through your damn shoulders. It's disgusting. That is what I call a toxic friendship. That's a toxic friendship. When someone, this is what I think, because I'm an extreme person, obviously.
Oh, very extreme.
Like, I'm dramatic, but like, I think to label something as toxic, it needs to be extreme.
No.
I think so.
People can be very mentally draining, and a lot of us have mental health issues, and we can't handle that. We're like,
Sit another way.
yes.
Sit another way.
Bitch,
like,
I'm
facing this way.
comfortable.
I'm such
really
a bitch.
comfy.
I'm such a bitch. Continue. There you go. That's good.
Anyways, that's mentally exhausting. If I had a friend coming at me about that, like, especially if I really care about them, it's hard to let go of that friendship if you've been friends with them for so long. I have attachment issues. Like, I don't want to get rid of a friendship at the drop of a hat or a family member relationship. I'm not one of those people that can just be like, oop, done. It takes a lot of time for me to reach that point, and 9 times out of 10, if I hit a point where I have a friendship that ends, it's probably not because of me. Like, I just...
Because you take a lot. Because you're able to withstand, okay, I'll throw that under the rug. I'll throw that under the rug.
Right, and
I'll throw
it's not
that
even
under
like
the
so
rug.
much of throwing it under the rug. It's literally, like I said, mentally exhausting. And if you have a friendship that's mentally exhausting you like that, in a way, it's its own version of toxic.
I agree if it's affecting
If you have a
your
toxic
mental...
relationship, it's not because they put you on drugs.
I'm gonna sound like a bitch here, but I'm sorry if someone is having a toxic friendship, as you want to say. It is up to you as the adult who is feeling this way to say this is not okay for me, and try and end it. Like, you have to have your voice. You know what I'm saying?
Which I said that. I was like, in a way, like, you do end up...
I have attachment issues too, but my attachment issues...
I'm not. I'll cut y'all bitches off.
I can see that. I 100% can
my
see that.
attachment issues stem from more so the beginning of a friendship or the beginning of a relationship. I want to be around you. I want to get to know you. I want to make sure you're a good person. I want to make sure that you can be around my other friends. I want to make sure that you're just a decent human being. Same with a relationship. I want to get to know you. I want to, like, I'm a lot. I know I'm a lot. Like, and no one's going to tell me that I'm not, because everyone tells me that I am. I mean, dramatic, extra, all those words to describe me, right?
You could be toxic without drugs, though, is my point. Like, yes, that is, like, another fucking level of a toxic relationship.
I think I have to think of toxic as something extreme, because if something's toxic, that means it's really destroying you. It's breaking you down.
Like, mentally, it doesn't necessarily mean drugs are involved. Like,
yeah, no, it doesn't have to be physical.
That's where, like, different examples are for friendships compared to relationships or family members. You have toxic family members. Whether, like, another form of being toxic is passive aggressive. If someone is massively passive aggressive, I find that as very toxic, because it's like...
Speak your mind.
Exactly. Be straightforward with me. If you have a problem, say it. Don't dodge me. Don't passive aggressive. Don't post it on Facebook, like, in general thinks that's its social media passive aggressiveness. That is a type of being toxic to me.
I think that's just being a bitch.
Well, no, I feel like certain people have to be a little passive aggressive. I feel like I have to.
I don't agree with passive aggressive.
No, not so much. Like, but I feel like I have to personally. Because I can be very harsh and very.
That's what passive aggressive is. Though.
I'm like,
passive
I feel like I have to tone it down a little bit.
So you tone it down behind fakeness?
No, I don't think it's fakeness. I feel like my normal, I want to smack this hoe and drag her is not normal. Say you snap. Mm-hmm. Normally, if she wasn't who she was, I would have snatched her. So I had to dumb myself down for 2 seconds and say, shit,
That's
I'm
not
her friend.
being passive aggressive.
I feel like it is a little bit for me. Like,
that,
I have to, like,
if you are...
stop myself from
if
being
you're having
normal.
a disagreement with somebody, whether it's because of their attitude or what you're talking about, whatever the case may be, calming yourself mentally because that person you care about is not being passive aggressive. Walking into a room and being like, I can't fucking believe people don't know how to do their shit, and I'm like, just say it to me, that's being passive aggressive. There's a difference.
Okay.
So to me, like, in general, I dealt with this a lot.
It's not stating your real feelings. It's
you're making it seem like you're talking about someone else, when in reality you're trying to tell me.
I just feel like for me, I'm just like.
But like she's saying, that's not passive aggressive. That's just protecting someone else's feelings.
Which anybody else would be like, fuck you, bitch, let's go.
In reality, anybody in a way does that when they're in a relationship or a friendship or whatever. Certain things that may bother you. If a stranger came up to me and treated me or said certain things to me that one of my friends would say to me, it's going to end up way differently.
Yeah.
Of course. But in the same sense, like, when you're friends with somebody, sometimes that friendship, you're close enough to where if you do snap, you know that's your friend.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not about that 5-minute snap. It's about the 20 hours of everything's fine.
So back to me saying you have to give people grace.
Yeah.
You have to give people grace. And where toxicity starts is when it's overbearing. When that's toxic. So that's why I'm saying there's a difference between toxic friendship. I feel like the word toxic, it has to be a little bit more extreme.
Does toxic and passionate kind of intertwine a little bit?
No, because I feel like passionate is on this side, toxic is on this side. Toxic means you are overbearing, you are doing something wrong, and you're affecting someone physically or mentally. Passionate means you actually care about them. Toxic means you're probably caring about yourself and what your needs and wants are.
I think you're thinking more of like narcissistic rather than toxic.
It does kind of sound, yeah, I think so too.
Which narcissistic is a version of being toxic. It's a trait of being a toxic person.
Narcissism can be seen in literally any sort of...
Obsession is a form of toxic. I'm trying to think of other forms of being toxic. Just
aggressive,
toxic, so I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
What'd you say?
I'm not toxic, so I don't know.
No.
What are you,
so both you literally, I was like, here we go.
I wasn't. I swear I wasn't.
Sometimes,
she totally was. She even had the voice.
Sometimes
I saw something new. Jesus.
Depending on the relationship,
is that toxic? I'm pretty sure that's toxic.
Sometimes not based on the relationship or friendship. It can bring the toxic out of you because you do get fed up. Whether you may voice your opinion and be like, hey, what you're doing to me isn't fair. Like, I have more than one friend. You need to understand that. They act like they understand, but then they carry on with their shit. And then you get pissed. You get annoyed. You start becoming the aggressive one. And you're not an aggressive person.
But you're just fed up.
Correct. And then when you have a long-term friendship, it's not easy to just be like, block, 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 block.
Yeah.
Especially if, like, say Corey's group of friends or whatever, say I get into it with one of them. We're not just going to cut them all off and call it a fucking day. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out.
Right.
No.
You got to figure out what's important as well in your friendship. And if you can handle certain things, great. But if you can't, then
just push him.
You need to figure it out. Your computer's going to fall.
Get away.
It's scaring me. That was a moment.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that you have a point, 100%.
Yeah. I know I have a point.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, but I'm always right. I can't help it.
Oh, God.
I just feel like if you really cared about the person and you were a good friend to them, then you would understand automatically that they're allowed to have other friends. I feel like that's so middle school. It's not even so much just toxic. It's very middle school. Like, grow up, become an adult, and understand.
In that point, yes. But at the same time, if it's middle school, like you're saying, that means there's nothing obsessive, there's nothing degrading, there's nothing really going on in someone's mentality or trying to hurt you or trying to make you feel like you're not enough because you're not doing something for someone.
Who is a good friend of yours in Long Island?
Oh, I've lost so many friends over the last few years.
Your friend that posts comments on your page.
Yes,
Facebook all the
okay.
time.
Yeah.
Say, because you do the podcast with us, they message you and are like, what the fuck?
That's
like,
not a good example. That's not a good example.
Why not?
Because I'm all the way up here. I'm 7 hours away.
So? But they can still feel that way.
Right. They can still feel that
But
way.
that's their fault.
If
That's
you
their
have the
problem.
ability...
They're toxic. That's
my point. Is I'm saying that this person's toxic,
but
and
it's
you're
not
telling me
causing
they're
you
not.
any harm, or it's not doing the extra. They're
the
not
fact
doing
that they
extra.
even feel some
Yeah,
type
but
of
if
way.
they're continuously saying it and doing it, then that's causing a rift in our friendship.
And that's my point.
That's
was
what you were
back
saying,
to my
but
beginning.
you're saying
That's
it
what
has
I
to be
was saying.
something more dramatic and.
I feel like it has
They're
to
not
be
doing
fun.
drugs, so fuck it.
Leave it alone. We're not doing drugs.
I feel like for it to be called toxic, it needs to have some sort of effect on the relationship or someone's mentality or physical being. That's all.
What?
Isn't that the same thing we've been saying?
I mean, yeah. But...
No? That's what I've been saying.
No, you were all super extreme. You gave a lot more
Exactly,
that time, but you were just like, it's got to be something like
drugs.
Bam, smacking in your face.
Like it's
You're
going to harm
toxic.
you and
Yeah, we're
cause
just
you
like,
death.
no, you could
but,
just
and
be
then
like
I
a
mentioned
shitty friend. And
Well,
it could be
toxic.
mentally
Maybe
exhausting.
that's because of how I grew up. Maybe because I grew up thinking that certain family members are allowed to do certain things to you, and you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to speak up. They're allowed to talk down to you. They're allowed to do this to you. They're allowed
respect
to do
your
that.
elders.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe I grew up where those certain instances were toxic, but I didn't find them toxic.
Yeah.
Because it just was my norm. So.
But it is,
But,
and I think
right,
it's okay
and-
to cut people off because you don't want to
But
deal
like
with
I
this
said,
shit.
like if your friends are two different people, like my friend in North Carolina, she's a runner. I'm not. You guys want to go running with her?
Hell no.
Okay
Sure.
then. So like I know that like
Does it
she's
look
a
like I
runner.
run?
Where you guys are not, like, you guys don't need to be, I don't expect y'all to talk without me, type of thing. Like, if we're all hanging out, fine.
No.
But if you guys went and friended her, started hitting her up all the time, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's weird.
That's
right?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's my point. It's like, you don't need to be involved in every aspect of my life. So if I have other friends, that does not mean you need to be their
because
friend.
each of your
I
friends
agree with
has
that.
a different place.
I agree with
Thank
that.
you.
I
Oh
agree
my
with that.
God.
Thank you. I was
Took a while to
right
get
for
that.
once.
I feel like this is
Finally.
About to
like,
get
let's
that.
make Ari understand.
I said that. I was like, you're not understanding me.
She was like, I'm trying to figure this out. How am I going to get her to get it?
Literally. And it's like, to a point, it's, if you befriended her, I wouldn't care. But in the same sense, like, why? It's like
Ooh,
automatically assuming
why?
befriend my significant other just because they're my significant other. Like,
No, we
why?
don't
You don't
befriend.
need to be their
Yeah.
friend.
I-
It's the
okay,
same.
I get it.
It's not necessary. Like your friends are my friends are your friends, and it's
Right.
okay.
And
We're
if you
just-
have
but
a
we're still
party
friends.
or something,
Yeah.
we all get together, like, cool.
then that's one thing, but
But
you
let
don't
me
have
have
to
my
like
So
friends.
each other
like,
either. I
okay,
don't
so
care.
what if one night me and Kathy decided to go out, right?
Mhm.
And we're just like, we're gonna go out. Would you feel slighted that I didn't
Hell
invite you?
yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck y'all doing?
What are y'all
But all
what are
three
y'all
of us-
doing?
But the three of
that's
us are
di-
friends.
Yes, that's a different dynamic. Say, for instance, I was
If
like,
you guys
I'm
went
going out
out,
with
though-
Nikki, right? You guys don't know Nikki, so
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
it
so
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I'm going out with her. You wouldn't feel two shits about it because I'm going out with Nikki.
To a point would also depend on what you guys are doing. Because there's also different
You're going
aspects.
to
I have a
paint with a
child.
twist.
I don't
True.
always have that kid-free option. So if it's a night that I have Charlotte and you guys want to go to a club or something, clubs are
Yeah.
not even my thing.
You're
Shut
gonna
up.
shoot us up.
This is my point.
Sorry.
Not my point.
My bad.
Did you say shoot us
I
up?
understand
Oh
we're in
my
Rochester.
God.
We're calm
I
down.
don't want to do it. No.
If you guys wanted to go to a club or something, I would not feel slated about that because to me, I'm like, I don't really like clubs, so
Yeah.
I'm not really
Yeah.
gonna care.
Yeah. Okay.
Why
I
you gotta
get
throw
it.
your kid in there? Like, I ain't got no fucking kids, bitch. I got kids too.
She
Those
got
little motherfuckers.
kids.
I got kids too. Like, you forget.
So,
like, she
right.
can't watch herself.
I know. So that's like another thing. If I
God.
have Charlotte and I
Mm-hmm.
find a sitter for her to hang out with you, that means something.
Oh, I know.
True.
And if I never found a sitter to hang out with you, I feel like that's also like in a way a red flag for a friendship because if I always was like, nope, you need to come to me, I have my child, and then just sat there, Like,
or it could be a play date.
Right.
But
at that point, like, I can't be offended if you guys go hang out at a club or something without me because I chose to constantly have my kid involved.
Yeah.
I'm choosing not to find a sitter. At the end of the day, that's on me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll do that.
I think I need therapy after this.
God, me too.
And I talk about therapists.
Should we talk about therapists?
I don't know,
Sure,
man.
I can't get in on the therapy conversation.
Well, we both had bad experiences with therapy
In the same
lately.
Don't you both have
In the
a
same
new
week.
one, like, recently?
Not anymore.
But I'm saying it's been we haven't talked about this, and I was kind of scared to touch it. So you both had new ones within this last couple weeks, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And both shit the bed.
Yes.
From the sounds of it.
In
I'll be your
different ways.
therapist.
In a way.
Shit the
I
bed.
don't mean
That's a
shit.
term.
That means you just let
It.
I didn't shit the bed. The therapist shit the bed, and it
I'm
made me
talking
move
about
out
the
my house. The fuck? Hello, hello, hello. I am Eriana, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Cancel Us Bitches podcast. We here at the Cancel Us Bitches podcast are so happy that you came and joined us. But guess what? There is a part 2 to this episode that will air next week. And you don't want to miss it because we talk about a lot of juicy details. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, hit that follow button. Go ahead, listen to us on all the platforms listed below. And you can catch us on our next episode of the Cancel Us Bitches podcast next week. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we love you.